Hey guys, what's up? Spectre here. And even though Cyberpunk fans are still reeling from that Night City wire, there's still tons to discuss as new details emerge. Today I'll be talking about the game being censored in a particular market, character customization, and even some freebies that you'll be receiving with your copy of the game, and quite a bit more. Let's jump in. While concerns over censorship in countries like Australia have been laid to rest, it turns out that Japan will be seeing some pretty heavy censorship once the game drops. Australian site Press Start has reported that these changes will specifically address the game's sexual content. Underwear will be added to otherwise nude characters, and graffiti or even in-game advertisements featuring extreme sexual references will be altered or outright removed from the game. This may also mean that the deep body customization available in other versions will not be present in the Japanese version of the game. And for those of you who've missed out on just how vast the customization is, here are just an early count of the choices in the creator. 6 skin types, 35 hairstyles, 17 eyes, 8 eyebrows, 17 mouths, 17 jaws, 17 ears, 8 pieces of cyberware, 9 types of scars, 6 types of tattoos, 11 piercings, 5 teeth, 5 types of eye makeup, 5 types of lip makeup, and 3 types of blemishes, 3 types of nipples, 3 types of body tattoos, 2 types of body scars, 2 types of penises, and 1 type of vagina, 5 types of pubic hairs, and a range of genital size options, which are, yeah, those are quite a bit. Adjustments will also be made to the Japanese version to limit the appearance of exposed organs or severing of limbs. While this has been reported by the Australian game site, other sites such as GameIndustry.biz, the source for this story, are still reaching out to CD Projekt themselves, so stay tuned for more information on this. But enough about what might be taken out of the game for some, and let's talk about what you might be getting with it. CD Projekt has a track record for being gracious with content and extremely consumer-friendly. They're continuing this trend with every copy of Cyberpunk 2077, as every copy, even the base version of the game, will come bundled with digital goodies, including a newly announced comic. Titled Cyberpunk 2077 Your Voice, this comic will come with a digital version of the game's musical score, an art booklet, wallpapers for your computer or mobile device, and the original Cyberpunk 2020 sourcebook, allowing you to revisit the tabletop game itself. And while no details about the comic itself have emerged, perhaps it'll be about Johnny Silverhand, a prominent voice in the cyberpunk world. Do you have any guesses for yourself? Let me know below. In other news, we've heard tons about gameplay mechanics, design choices, and more, but other details are still making their way out. As you may know, Cyberpunk 2077 will feature a full day and night cycle, just like The Witcher 3. Except days in Night City last just a bit longer. Well, actually, a lot longer. It seems the sun will shine over the city roughly twice as long as it did in the world of The Witcher. A user over on Reddit clocked the time in at 3 hours of real-world time for one in-game day. For comparison's sake, a day is 48 minutes long in Red Dead Redemption 2 as well as GTA 5. Perhaps this means devs would like us to play more slowly, really taking in the world that they've so lovingly crafted. But speaking of Grand Theft Auto, according to an interview with PC Games N, you'll be able to play in full-on GTA mode, rampaging in the streets if you're so inclined. Devs just hope you won't, or rather, they think you won't after you set foot in the city for yourself. CDPR's Max Pears had this to say: "If you want to go out on a rampage and have no remorse, then you've got the option, and that's fine with us. However, once you start to play the missions and see the amount of options you have, I think that'll make players stop and think a little bit before doing something reckless. We've seen a lot of people default to that GTA mode, and then after a little bit, they realize how many things are different and adjust how they play. I've gotten the sense from people who've played the game themselves that there are always consequences, be they near or far down the line, for your actions in-game. So I don't know how trigger-happy I'll be in the city personally, but I'm curious as to how you'll go about it." And that about wraps it up for today's news roundup. If you're not, make sure to get subscribed as I'll be covering this game well past its release. If you haven't, check out some of my recent coverage of the Night City Wire, or take a break entirely with my Animal Crossing Island tour. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.